Hi there. This is Kathy Crow. This is the Crow Cottage. I am just a little bit sweaty here because Facebook has added some features and I was trying to get that going anyway. Every week I make the same excuse, but it's it's always the same. Things are always different and I'm always at the last minute just finishing up stuff. But I actually raised the temperature in our house a tiny bit because Jeff and I are both just shivering, I think, a lot of the time. So it's like, okay, we don't have to have it that cold, but seriously, I mean, like 1 degree, it makes a big difference. All right. Anyway, on to more important things. It is so nice for you to join me. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Appreciate when you share my videos and it gets around. On Facebook, I am oftentimes not seeing comments. I apologize if I missed them. I'll see them later. I think a lot of people are watching me now on YouTube, and I don't think Facebook has the activity it used to, but that is okay. I don't know if you ever watched Corner Gas, but there's a really funny, it's a funny show, Canadian. And there was a very funny show with Lacey's she owns the restaurant next door to the corner gas station. And anyway, people preferred to, what was she doing? Was she delivering or something? They preferred the delivery because they didn't have to listen to the chit chat. So sometimes I feel a little bit like that. That might be why people are leaving Facebook. I don't know. I hope it's not me. Today, I actually have some funny jokes. I found some funny jokes. And I'm going to tell you a few things about Stampin' Up! As we go. But first of all, I am going to use this little piggy. Isn't that cute? We're going to do this one right here. That one's my favorite one, although that one's a really nice one. This one has been fun. I have a stamp called, what is it? It's a little sentiment stamp I bought a long time ago. I bought it for my daughter, who was kind of messy, like all kids, I suppose, are. But creativity is always messy. I don't know. It was a funnier sentiment than that, but it was kind of similar to that. So I am going to try to put my camera down. It does complain a lot when I do that, and I'm also going to unplug it here for a minute because I think it might give me the freedom of movement that I need so I can accomplish this just a little faster. And my arm, my tripod arm just does not really want to cooperate with me when I'm adjusting things. So anyhow, let me get my laptop out of the way. That is what I use to try to find out if anyone is with me. And I know somebody is. I don't understand why I never see anything. Let me get my phone plugged in. This phone actually, oops, do I have it backwards? I might. Oh well. It looks okay on my, I just don't want you to have to see my cord dangling there. Okay, let's just shift everything up into the space and hopefully that will work out. I've got all kinds of stuff here today because I want to make this cute little tote. And so I am going to need some space today. I cannot have everything all just shoved into a tiny little corner like I sometimes end up with. I'm going to use, I'm going to do a tag. I'm going to go run through this really quick right now. I'm actually going to use our celebration tags. These are some of the best tags we've had. If you do not have them, you need to get them. Now I'm going to kind of peer up here at the camera and try to get it tilted a bit better for your viewing. Okay, that's probably as good as I'm going to get. Maybe. Let's try it a little more. Squeak, squeak. Okay. The reason I love these is because it has all things that I'm actually going to use. It has this cute little stitched heart, little stitched snowflake. This is the perfect size die for a lot of sentiments, this stitched circle. This is a little teeny tiny flag, a balloon, a bigger heart. It has a mitten for your Christmas things. This goes with this, I suppose, although no, it doesn't. It's the same size. So it's the same sentiment size, but it's got a ruffly ribbon look. But look, it's the candles. the candles, and then there's also this cute little dotted pocket you can put on. There's two dot tag dies. It makes a top and a bottom, so you have space to open it up and actually write. This also is like the perfect sized stitched rectangle for sentiments. This is actually the one I'm going to use today. It's the large tag. This one's a similar but smaller. Has the circles. This one has the circle in the center. You fold it down, it opens at the bottom. This one, though, closes its bottom, so you end up with a really nice little opening here. So, but the upshot of that is, if you have an opening like this, you have to, if you're going to have people opening it and shutting it and opening it and shutting it, because you put a gift card could fit in there barely, I think. Let me look at that really quick. Let me grab a piece of ribbon, first of all, because I just want to show you what I'm talking about with this opening. Let me see. Do I have a card here. It's not really a gift card. See, that's not going to really fit. Gift cards are not going to fit in it, but a note will. And so what you're going to want to do is you are going to want to put your ribbon in just the one hole. If you put it in both, that's fine, but people getting in and out of it are going to struggle. So if you just put it, you know, in one, they can easily open it and shut it. Now, I cut this tag out of, this is called our black foil, what was it called? Black foil, do I have it right here? Yes, I do. Black foil sheets is what it's called. They don't sell it anymore, but they bring it back pretty often. It's not really foil, but it is glossy, very, very glossy. It has a white backing, but because it's glossy, it takes forever for glue to dry. Now today, instead of gluing it, because I wanted to get this pocket done for this project, I taped it, but I'm seeing even my tape's not really holding. I did glue on this one, and the glue is holding, but I had it clothespined closed like for all day almost to get that, because the glue just doesn't, it doesn't glue fast to this. But you can do a nice little tag, goes in and out there. And so I'm doing another one, but I thought I'd jump ahead and use tape, because the problem with your glossy, anything glossy or foil, is fingerprints mar it, but mostly if you're running it in and out of your cutting thing, it's going to mar it. I didn't run this part because I'm going to use this part. This part did get run through, but as you can see, it didn't really do too much to it, but there's some indentations. Mostly it's my glue issue. Glue always oozes out tiny bit, gets on things, it gets on it, and it doesn't look nice when it does. Now this one, I did put glue on it, but I ended up having to kind of use a little water and get some of the excess glue off. So I'm recommending tape, but on the other hand, my tape's not really holding either. So if you've got time, use glue. It's more permanent. Now the other thing I can do, I'm going to run through a tag with, this is our glitter paper, black glitter paper. Another thing they're not selling this year. I don't know why. Usually for Halloween they sell this, but this year we are not. But if you're like me and you bought extra last year, you have some left over. So I am not afraid to use it because I suspect many of you might have some lurking about back in there. It's actually, I'm going to keep that one out. This one I'm going to put away. And I'm going to save that because I want to run through that. I want to run the tag through so you can see how easy it is to put it together. Now, the pattern I'm using for my box today is actually from Erica Serwin. So go over to Erica Serwin's Pink Buckaroo page to find written instructions. I'm going to keep mine on the side, but this is her tote that she did about, boy, I want to say 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was a while ago, but not that long ago. Usually I wait a little longer than this to do something of hers, but this was too cute. I just had to do it right away because it's such a cute little tote. It's the perfect size for what, you know, you would probably want to do with a lot of little Halloween things. And actually this tote, the other reason this tote really grabbed me was because it has like a house shape. So I am thinking in the future I'm going to be able to make a cute little house with this. I don't know who that girl is. I just saw a girl walking up the street and she probably rang my bell. But sorry, we are a little busy at the moment. So sorry, I can't come to the door. All right, so this is going to go here like this. I feel really bad because if she's a neighbor girl, I hate missing out on stuff. But I'm missing out. Oh, it's probably just a fundraiser. I'm probably going to be glad I missed out on it. We used to get fundraisers all the time, you know, because Jeff is a teacher, so it's like, seriously, we gave at school, we give to the neighbor kids, we have our own kids and their fundraisers, and oh my goodness. Okay, so there's the tag. And now with this glitter paper, it's actually going to work better because it's going to just stick better. And even though this glimmer paper, it hangs on really well with glue. So it already has its sides ready. You're just going to glue those together and you're good to go. And then you can decorate the top with all these cute little things. I'm really excited about those candles. Those are going to be fun, fun, fun. All right, so I'm going to glue this and get it stuck so that it's hopefully finished by the time I'm done with my tote. The glue should be set. Oops, why aren't you going in there? We only have like 2 more days of celebration. Can you believe it? Is it 2 more days or 1? I know it's coming up, the end of it is coming very soon. Even though we had only 2 months available for it, it seems like I've been going and going celebration stuff for ages. I don't know why. I think this is one of the first, well, it's not. It's one of the first times, though, with a 2-month thing that I'm just like, good. I'm glad it's almost over because I'm sorry, but I'm tired of it. They do have a lot of really cute things for sale, so. Oh man, and did you know, I bet you do, that, okay, now I'm going to put these on here. Hopefully this will be good and stuck by the time my tote is all together. Did you know that did you see that they're called, what are they called? Pear. Perfect Partners. That's what it is. So Stampin' Up! Has got a promotion coming called Perfect Partners, and they are offering dies from some of our more popular sets these dies now are only going to be available during the month of September. If you are a demonstrator, and you should join like right now if you're not, because you only have a couple more days to join with a special deal. For 99 bucks, you get a bunch of free stuff. And you could get these dies as well. Okay, here's my host code if you want to order anything. I always send a pack of cards to people who order. So please go ahead and order. Now I've already colored my little pig for today. Somewhat. I got him somewhat colored. This is the little flag we're going to put on there. We're going to just cover that flag with this flag because I want it to say Happy Halloween instead of Happy Birthday. These are some of the dies. These are the dies that are available in September with the Piggy set. If you want to buy it as a bundle, you can, but if you already have the stamps like I already did, you're going to buy the stamps separate, only available in September unless you're a demonstrator. Like I said, you've got little grass. I haven't done the grass yet. There's a bunch of little party things. There's this wonderful little wagon, little wood wagon, so cute. But I've been fussy cutting these pigs out, and now that I have my dies, I don't need to. It cuts it out very nicely for me. Pretty cool deal. And it is not the only set that is available with dies. There are a few other ones. Let's see, the Apple Harvest one, that's a really good one. And the Fresh Cut Flowers. Trimming the Tree. I don't have that one handy, but I was using it because I got the dies for that. And oh man, that was cool. Very cool. And the Waterfall Canyon and Yeti to Party. So those are the sets that are available. And anyway, so here is my template that I made. I'm going to lay my measurements here on the side, and then that way, if you want to follow along, you can maybe see those see my instructions. I'm going to use a piece of black to do the little tote. So what you do is you cut 2 pieces out that are 6.5 by 6.5. Oops, I'm going to need another piece of paper because one is not going to do it. So let me grab another piece of black cardstock. And the paper I'm using, I'm going to use black cardstock. The paper is Rustic Harvest. Rustic Harvest, and for my little card, I'm going to do a little card with the piggy. Let's get the piggy out of the way, because I don't want you to get lost, and you're not actually going on the tote. You're going to go on a little card that we're doing as well. So let me get that out of the way for now. And then I have a bit more room. So Rustic Harvest, I got this because I sponged it, but this is the paper I'm going to use for the piggy, but that is with... it's Gingham Cottage. That's what it is, Gingham Cottage. Okay, so, but Rustic Harvest is the paper I am using with the pumpkin. Do I have any more? I've used it all. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to use a different paper because this is my last slab. So actually, I am going to have to use a whole different paper. Can you believe it? Oh, wait. I have just barely enough, so I'm going to use it because I do want the pumpkins. All right, so let me put that on the side. Here we go. Oh, it's torn right there. I'm going to have to be careful how I use this. Or it's going to all get lost on me. Okay, so 2 6.5 by 6 inches. Let's do 6 inches first. Okay, 6. Let me grab this one out. And we'll do 6 inches there. And then 6.5. Get to the half mark. Oop, came out of its track a little bit. So there's the 6.5 side, and this is also a 6.5 side. Now we're going to score this 6.5 side. Okay, so here's your long side. That's what those instructions say, to score your long side. I'm going to move this because I need it to be on this side for me. And we are going to go at 1.5 inches. Okay, that's your first score line, 1.5 and 4.5. Okay, then we're going to turn it like this, and we're going to score it at 1/2 inch and 2 inches. Now these are going all the way through. The next two, though, I'm not going to go all the way through the track. Okay, this time I'm going to go here to 4 inches, but I'm only going to score just the top part. And I'm going to stop at this score line right here. Okay. And at 5.5 inches, I'm going to do the same thing. Find that 5.5 inch. I'm going to start right here and just go up. And now I'm going to do exactly the same thing with this sheet. Let me make sure I've got the 6.5 inch edge, and I do. So I'm going to score the long side at 1.5 inches. Okay, that's what this measurement is, 1.5 inches. And then 4.5 inches right here. And then I'm going to turn this direction, going short side, and then I'm going to score at 1/2 inch right here. Oops, if I can get it. It's hard to sometimes get it nice and flat up against there. You want it to be nice and level. And at 2 inches. Okay, now I'm going to do these two measurements, but I'm only going to this 1/2 inch line. Okay, so 4 inches. And I'm going to start right on that line and go up, and then 5.5 inch mark. And again, start right here. And I just scored that top part for those last two. All right. Okay. And then my other instructions are about my DSP, which I'll get to in a minute. I'm going to take this out. It always flops and gets lost, so I need to just get it out of the way for a minute. And, all right, I hope you got all of those measurements in. Yeah, this is really interesting. Let me hit my community standards and say, yes, I understand. I understand about it all. I gotcha. And we'll finish out what I'm saying here. And there we go. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Facebook. It never does anything like I wanted to anymore. But it doesn't matter. I have some really funny jokes. You're going to really like these, okay? Let me keep my little template handy because I want to see exactly what I'm doing. I don't want to get them backwards because it's too easy to get these backwards. So let's see what we've got here. This is going like this and like this. Okay, gotcha. All right, so we are going to, first of all, we're going to cut this off right here. This one here. Let me move this down just a little bit. I hope you can see really well. Let me put my lights on here because this black is kind of hard to see. Hopefully that will help a bit. All right, so we're going to cut off, oops. Make sure I'm getting the right part cut off. That's not it. Where did I have it? I had it, and then I lost it. Let's see, no, that's that way. Like this way. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm not cutting the wrong thing off. Because I tend to do this. I get things backwards. So I'm going to cut this one off first. Okay. Like that. And, oops, I just turned it when I did that. Is that right? That doesn't look right. Oh no, I think I had it turned wrong. It doesn't matter. I did it right anyway. Okay, there we go. Is that correct? That doesn't look, yeah, no, that is correct. I better just hang on to this or I'm gonna have it all messed up. So I'm gonna cut, now I wanna cut off this and this section, and then this section's gonna go diagonal that way. Okay, so I'm just gonna go snip all the way. And then once I get to that corner, I'm gonna go like that, okay? And then for this one, we're gonna cut this down here off, like that. and then we're going to cut this line right here. Okay, so now you can see what I've done. All right, now these we need to just put a little, just bevel the edge a tiny bit so it's a little easier to put together. Okay, there we go. That is that. Oh boy. Hi Trudy, it's nice to see you. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. Hope you're having a good day. It's a little warm for us today. It's actually overcast, so I thought it was going to be cooler. And then when I got in here, I felt like, oh man, it's a little warm. I've got our temperature up 1 degree in the house. And it seems like that 1 degree is making a huge difference as far as it just feels warm. Very warm to me. Okay, now let me make sure I've got my instructions right here. Let's see. Because I don't want to get them backwards is the problem. So I've got all of my little short score lines that I stopped there. So that means it is this direction right here. Okay, very good. So what I'm going to do again is I am going to, yeah, I just want to make sure. Yeah, okay. All right, I'm going to cut off this one right here first. Now, this is the part that I scored and just went down to the halfway horizontal line. And then this side, again, this is where I only went to the halfway point. And we're going to cut all of this off all the way to this score line. That's the second one. And then we're going to make a diagonal going up. Okay? This will make a cute little opening for your tote. And it's almost like a little A-frame house. It's very cute. And then for this bottom part, we're going to just cut here. And we're going to cut this part off right here. And then we're going to just cut a little bevel off there and a little bevel off here. And then those are ready to go. All right, so skeletons are so calm because, why? Why are skeletons so calm? All right, here we go. So now I'm gonna glue these together. And now comes the fun part. I need to cut this line right here so that can attach to each other. And let's do the same thing with this one. Okay, so that's gonna go like that. And let me make sure I've got these. This one's gonna go like this. Okay, so now I can make sure I'm scoring everything in the proper direction. I'm putting these two together just to make sure I've got them going in the right direction. And now I know that they are. So let's go. I'm not even burnishing. You don't need to. This is going to go together really well. Now there is a fold. I've got a crease here which I didn't really need. I'm going to put DSP over that. I'm not sure how I ended up with a crease there because I don't know. We don't need it. And so I'm not really sure why there is even one there. But anyhow. All right. So now what you're going to do is you're going to put, I'm going to go ahead and use, I think I am going to, I don't know. I hate to use tape. Tape is just not as, for me, it just doesn't work as good. So I think I'm going to use glue. I'm going to just use glue on each edge as I go. Okay, so this is going to go like right here. Press that on there. Good. Make sure this edge is the one that's level. Okay, and then that one's going to go right there. Nothing gets under a skeleton's skin. Isn't that a good one? Now, if you are, again, if you have any of those stamp sets, like the Apple Harvest one, I was fussy cutting out those apples and was wondering, why Stampin' Up, when you do dies for everything, why did you not do dies for this? And then they added those dies, but they are only available in September, but do not miss out because they're only going to offer them in September. It is all of the dies that they're offering, those 5 sets, they are only available until they're sold out. But I also noted when I was looking at that inventory list that even though they are, they're going to order many, but that is going to be it. And so they are going to sell out. I guarantee you all of those dies are going to sell out because there is a limit on how many we demonstrators can order during this pre-order time, which we're getting right now, because if you join Stampin' Up, then you get to order early. So we got to all order those, but they are not going to limit it once it's open up to the customers. And so what's going to happen is there's a bunch of people who understand that they can make some money on stamps and dies that go out of production. And once they are out of production, you are going to have to buy it used from them, and they are going to make a ton of money on it. They are going to buy up a whole bunch of those dies. I mean, it happens every time. I was just looking for, do you remember the stamp set called Crafting to Get Forever? It had like pens. It also had the Stampin' Up logo die in it. It had paintbrushes all stuffed in like a cup or something. And oh, it was so cute. Anyhow, there aren't very many. For one thing, not a lot of people wanted it, I suppose, at the time, and they didn't order a ton of them. And they are not available anymore, so you have to buy it. And they're selling that stamp set for like 50, 60 bucks. It's just a stamp set. It doesn't even have dies with it. So anyhow. All right, so that is the cute little tote. Now what I did is, instead of just cutting out a square and a square, I made a little template here for this box. I actually could have made it a little wider, but what you want to do is make sure you cut it for the right side, because you've got one this way and one this. Oh, it's the same. Why is it the same? Is it supposed to be? I guess it is. Isn't that funny? It is. Okay, anyway, this is the opposite of what I need. All right, and I wonder, do I have, it is the opposite, so I cannot use this piece. Oh my goodness, I don't know if I have enough because of my, I'm gonna end up with a flawed bit here probably. Okay, so I'm gonna flip this over. I need it like this, and I wonder, I think I might be able to squeeze it in. I don't know, I'm gonna see. So what I did is I just took the dimensions, and I could just use a pencil. Maybe I better, otherwise I'm gonna have trouble here. Let me use a pencil, and then I don't have to worry about dimensions and all of that. I'll just cut my pencil lines out. Okay. Like that. This is old school. When you're using a pencil and just going around your stencil. We used to do a lot of stuff in kindergarten this way. Wow, those were the days. We had time to do it, and it was fun. And the kids did a lot of really fun projects that also helped them with motor skills and math. And it was fun and creative. Okay, so there's that one. Very cute. That one's going to glue on there. Then I need this one on here. Going to be the same. direction. Oh, good. I think I can avoid my messed up spots pretty good this way. I don't know how it got torn. I think I must have tried to put tape on it. Oh no, I know how it happened. Do you, when you try to put it back in the package that it came in, it catches sometimes on some of this one was sealed, sealed, you know, with a heat seal, but some of them have an adhesive seal. And when you pull it in and out, the little adhesive on this plastic catches to that paper. I hate that when that happens, because that's how that little marred bit happened there. Was when it caught on to the adhesive on some paper that or a pack that I was trying to shove this paper back into. So I do have a little torn piece right there, but I don't think I can even use a marker to kind of fix that, I hope. We'll see. I'm not gonna have a ton of extra. I really wanted to have enough to put on the sides and the bottom, but I don't know. I might have enough out of this. We'll see. We will see. I don't know. I've saved like every little scrap so that I would be able to use it all. I'm glad I am using it all. I don't really want it left over, but this is gonna make a cute little neighbor gift thing. And if I lived closer to my family, I could give these things to them too. But by the time you figure in shipping and handling for this sort of thing, it's just better to actually order stuff generally and have it mailed to them rather than mailing it myself. Do you find that to be the case with your little projects that you make? That it's just cheaper in the long run to order something? My goodness. Which takes all the fun out of it. Okay. And it's another joke here. When did the police, or no, not when. What did the policeman say to his belly button? Oh, this is kind of funny. What did the policeman say to his belly button? This is a cute one. Okay, now I have got cute little snacks to go in here. I could do the sides and all, but I don't really have enough, I don't think, to get around there. Maybe I do, barely. I don't really want to, I'm going to use this template with my box template, so I don't really want to use that up. So I'm going to slide this back in here. That is a good little tote. I'm going to use that one again. I think these scraps are going to go away. And so here's my tag. Where does my other tag go? I took my pumpkins. Oh, that's right. I do need those papers because I need the pumpkins off of them. If I've got enough. Let's see if we do. Now that one is totally ruined, but I think I can get this one off. And the great thing about these pumpkins is they're pretty forgiving. As far as the edge goes, you can kind of just go really quick on it. There's one. Oh boy, I'm really close to the edge on those. I'm not really getting enough on those. I do have other paper that has those pumpkins though. There's this sheet has got a couple of really cute ones. Let's go with one on the edge. And I don't have to have the pumpkins. But the pumpkins for me are like the perfect fall. The gourds are okay, but I like the pumpkins. Do you like white pumpkins? And how about those bluish purpley ones? Those are really cool. I do really like this background. It's cool, but I need 3. I need 3 pumpkins, and that, I don't really like that, but anyway. I could stamp a pumpkin, it's true. But I'm going to do a shorter stem. That's a pretty long stem. This is what you do when you have a bunch of paper left over and you want to use it up. Just use it up there like this. And then in this set also there are these wonderful leaves. Oh, they're so pretty. I'm going to just cut out around one of these oak ones. Okay, we'll just cut out, leave a little bit of a border. And you don't have to do it perfect, just a little bit. This is why it's called fussy cutting, because you can get really fussy with it or not. You can just sort of haphazardly do it, and it's fine too. And let's go ahead. We're going to glue the pumpkins on, but I'm going to use a dimensional for that. So let's put this pumpkin down first. There. And then this one, we're going to go like there. And this one, we're going to put right on top. There. All right, dimensionals, where did you go? I thought I had you out. Let's see where you went to. I know I had you out. Where did you go? Aha, they're in this little basket. Let's use a couple of these black ones right there. The policeman said to his belly button, "You're under a vest." Haha, instead of arrest, you're under a vest. I thought that was kind of funny myself. Okay, you don't have to like it if you don't want to. Okay, there's your little tag. Now, our little glimmer tag is pretty cool. It's all done and ready to go. But, you know, I really like the shiny one. I'm going to save this for something else. This would be good, like, with a scary Halloween thing, but I like it like this. And this is a cute little tote to go with your popcorn. Put a little popcorn thing, wrap it up. You can put your popcorn flavorings in there. There's actually, I've got several of these. But also, if you don't want to do that, you can also just put little snackies in here, and there you go. It's a perfect size little tote for all kinds of things. Now I have one more card I want to do. This is our little pumpkin, our little piggy. We're making our piggy into a Halloween pumpkin. Isn't it cute? I really like this. So I haven't put this on a backing yet. It's just hanging out here, ready to go. And this pumpkin is actually an old stamp that I pulled out of my stash. And I was happy to get it out and use it. I love using my old stuff. All right, what brand? This is a really good one. I had to actually look this up because I didn't know. I didn't get the joke. Here's the joke. What brand of underwear do scientists wear? Okay, now I saw the answer and I didn't get it, and so I had to look it up. Now you're going to take a piece of paper, cut it in half. This is 8.5 by 11. I'm going to cut it at 5.5 and 4 1/4. Okay, and I'm going to save my black paper. We're going to just work with this. And then I got out my Gingham Cottage. Oh, this is nice. You are going to love this pack. Gingham Cottage. I think that's what it's called. Yes, Gingham Cottage. Isn't it pretty? Has all these colors. They're all just gingham. Anyway, I didn't get it the first time around. I waited a while. Then I realized there's Halloween pumpkin-y stuff in it. So I'm going to do this at about, let's go this direction. We're going to go 4 inches, maybe just a little bigger than 4 inches, and 5 1/4, maybe just a little bigger. Let's see if that's big enough. I don't want a huge edge. That's perfect. That is about perfect. I ended up with a tiny bit more of an edge than I wanted the last time. Then, what I have decided to do with this one, let me grab my scraps up here on this way out there. I had taken my soft suede and I embossed it with our splatters. Now, our stripes and splatters embossing folders are the skinny ones, which I'm not fond of, actually. I like to do a whole piece myself and then cut it in half. And I don't even have the mini embossing machine. I don't need these minis, and I don't like them. But I do like the splatters and the stripes. I do like these. They make nice impressions. I just would rather have a whole sheet. So what I did when I made these is I did do a whole sheet, and I just ran it through, a whole strip of them. And then I've been cutting that strip as I've wanted to use them off. And I thought the splatters is like a mud splatters, which is perfect for a pig who likes to wallow around in the mud. So we're going to use that. So this piece is already embossed and cut for me. It's actually about 4 inches by 3 inches. This one is actually 3 inches in square, but I'm going to just stick with the dimensions I've got. This is a 4-inch, and I'm going to just put a little bit of mud on it. So find the side that's raised. This would have been the top of the embossing folder. And I am going to just take my ink pad. I don't want to use a heavy hand on it. I want it to be flat. And we're going to just, it doesn't matter if I end up with some lines because it's going to get kind of covered anyway. But just using a very light touch. If I end up with a line, I might want to make it look distressed by adding another line, just so it looks a little more random, rather than it just being an accident that happened there. So that's all I did, just very simple. Again, though, you only want to do that if you want random kind of things. Let's put some glue on this. I'll get that on the cardstock. All right, so here's the answer to that. What brand of underwear do scientists wear? And the answer is Calvin Klein, Kelvin. Now, are you a scientist or a science person? Because I didn't get it. I mean, I understand about Calvin Klein and everything, but that did not make sense to me, so I had to go online and look up Kelvin, Kelvin. So automatically, a joke that you had to look information up, it's just not funny. But it actually is pretty funny. So if you go on the internet and look up Kelvin, you'll get a laugh at that joke. It is good. Apparently it's the standard, and Kelvin was an inventor, and anyway, you got to be somebody smarter than me to know these things. All right, so that's glued down. I'm going to just put this on here with some dimensionals, if I can find some fat ones. There we go. And there you go. So that's that. We did that one. What's your computer's favorite snack? Did we do this last week? It seems like we did this one last week. What is your computer's favorite snack? This is more my speed, not something that I had to actually look up the answer. What is your computer's favorite snack? It is, of course, microchips. Did you get that one? I bet you did. Somebody did. Probably I will later see somebody wrote that in, and then I'll be so mad because I didn't see any of those comments. But anyhow, I see them later. It looks pretty stormy out there. Today is kind of humid. It's actually not hot. It should be pretty nice to me out there, but I was drinking really hot coffee and it felt warm. It felt warm to me. Okay. All right, now for my little piggy, where did you go? What, why can't a leopard hide anywhere? Why can't a leopard hide anywhere? Because he's always spotted. Isn't that a good one? Now for your little piggy, all you need to do is stamp it and color it. I used pale papaya for that, and Cajun craze and pumpkin pie for this guy. This one, I actually got my pens mixed up. I actually wanted just pumpkin pie for it. Oh, I forgot to color his seat. So let me grab my pen that has the, I think I'm using smoky slate for that. What is this? This is, yeah, smoky slate. So let me use, not dark smoky slate, but light smoky slate. And we'll color in his seat. I'm going to actually color in his little handle too. Okay, and his tires. I guess I could have used the dark smoky slate. That would have worked too, but we'll just stick with this for now. But for the sign, I want it to be Happy Halloween. So I'm going to color the flag that I'm going to glue over the top of it. I want it to be pumpkin color. Pumpkin pie, and I need some yellow too, so let's grab, while I'm here, I'll grab some Daffodil Delight, and I'm going to take that light Daffodil Delight and just color over. I already colored the little spots pumpkin, but I'm going to color that color. Let's do some brown for the ground. And probably want to stick with something that's close to soft suede. What have we got here? There's 300. That's going to work. That's a little dark, but it's not. Yeah, let's try to find a little lighter one. That one's 300. This one's number 400. And it's not quite right either, but it's going to... I'm looking for something just a little, not quite that dark. Here's ivory, I believe. Nope, that one is 800. Now that's going to be really light. Okay, there we go. All right, and then our pumpkin pie, let's use, so stamp a second flag. And I just took my black right on marker, not the blending pens, but the marker. Took the marker and colored the stamp edge, and then stamped it, and then cut it out with the die. But because I got the edge of my words just a tiny bit there. That's okay, because I'm going to stamp a sentiment over that anyhow. Okay, there's our pumpkin pie. Now let's see. I have some paper fell down over there. I have a bunch of Halloween stamps, but this one, Happy Halloween, I think that's an old one. I do not think that is Best Witches. And I don't think I left it out either. Where did that one come from? No, actually, now I'm remembering. Where did I get that Happy Halloween? It's from, it's not Scary Cute. Although there is a cute boo on that one. Aha, here it is. It is from Spooky Sweets. Do you remember Spooky Sweets? Oh, it's raining out there. Really good. And did you hear the thunder? Oh, man, this is good. I love a good storm. All right, so we've got our little happy Halloween. Now it's not gonna be, you know, curved and cute like that, but it's still not bad. These were before they did our cling dies with an adhesive on the back, so my adhesive on there doesn't stick all that great. All right, let's see. Let me try it again because I want to make sure I get it on here. It's a tight fit. Whew, that was close, but it worked. Okay, let me get that clean. As you can see, that just fell off because, like I said, this was in the days when it says clear mount. They weren't called clean because they were clear mount, and I lost my plastic on there too. All right, now, oh man, it is pouring out there. I mean, really, really pouring. It looks cool. I love these rainstorms. This is really a neat thing about Missouri. We totally missed out on all this sort of thing. And do you hear it? We were in church yesterday, and the preacher finally just stopped preaching for a minute. He said, "That's just the rain, you know." And then it stopped pretty quickly after he stopped, but it had been getting louder and louder. And Jeff and I have been in there when it rained before, but I was never 100% sure it was the rain. It's a big building, and their air conditioning unit, when it blasts, is kind of loud. But it was the rain. All right, so there we go. There's our little flag, our little happy Halloween flag. And we can stick our little pig. I'm going to put dimensionals just on the front side of him. Like right here where his wheel is. And his motorbike and his snout. And maybe just one where his belly is. And then I am going to put glue on the rest of him because he's going to... Actually, that one, I don't want that one. That one's probably not a good one to do. Because now I can't get that off my finger. This, I forgot, this one's a little bit bigger. Okay, today my son asked me, can you give me a bookmark? And I looked at him because my name is Paul. Now this is really a stupid one. I don't know why normally they have really good ones. That's just not even a joke. Here's one though. What is faster, hot or cold? What is faster, hot or cold? Okay, so there's your little pig. I have lots of room for my pumpkins. And I've got all kinds of cute pumpkins. Can I find them though, handy? No, of course not. Where are they? I have a whole bunch. Let me look at this box that I had out here a moment ago. So, there's a really good one. I like the one that I'm using. Here it is. That's the one I used. So we're going to do that one. Now there is a cute little ghost I could use too. And of course our spooky sweets have stuff. But there's always a whole bunch. There's this pumpkin patch. Cute. So many things. But this one is the one I'm going to use. I'm going to just use a scrap of very vanilla here. It is still pouring. Okay, what is faster, hot or cold? Hot, because you can't catch a cold. Isn't that good? That is a funny one. Funny. Okay, there's one. Let's do two, because I've got room for two. And then we use our little Daffodil Delight. Oh boy, that end is definitely used up. Wow. The nibs wear out. Now you can buy nibs that will fit in there, Copic nibs. I believe they will fit. Because that obviously has plenty of ink in it, and I don't know why it's so messed up, because I'm the only one using those. I don't think I've let anyone use the pens. I don't too much because they're too expensive to be buying new ones all the time. So if you're going to do a class, you pretty much need to make people buy their own pens. You can't really afford to pay for new pens for people. Okay. Why? Oh, a dinosaur. Here's a dinosaur with an extensive vocabulary. What is he called? A dinosaur with an extensive vocabulary. He's called a thesaurus. I bet you didn't know that. Did you hear that thunder? Cool. Okay, so here's my little pumpkins. We're going to stick one on with just the glue. Right there. Wow, I can hear that. It's really pouring out there. We're going to put a little dimensional right on the bottom of my pumpkin, right? We'll just, oops, not there, right there on the card. There. Okay, now all I need is, I need this little flag, and that is actually in the little piggy set. There's this little teeny tiny flag that's just perfect for a corner. And I'm just going to use a piece of this DSP for it. Stormy, stormy. I would like to go out in my backyard and get a look and see how our water's draining. I want it mostly on that orange square. I've got a landscaping guy who's gonna come and measure our backyard and see exactly how far out we need a little French drain to go. It's not really causing any damage, but I'm afraid that if we ever get a really powerful downpour, we might eventually, like if it rained for days, which it can, you can do that. Okay, so put that there, put that there. I need to get another magnet in here. This isn't quite working. Right, I'm gonna just glue this on. Come on, there we go. There and there. Right on the corner, isn't that cute? There we go. And that is that. I can put a backing on it, but I am not going to. We will just leave it as it is. There's our little tag that we did with that and that. So I hope you had a great time today with me listening to some funny jokes. And let me put my camera up here. Hopefully it won't have too much trouble. Hey, I see there are people on me. Did you guys answer my jokes and stuff? Because I don't see any comments anymore. I wonder, let me pull up my phone. I've got another one that I could use instead of my laptop, and I'm gonna pull this up and see if I can see comments on this phone, because it's really annoying. There I am. Okay, let me click on it and see if I can see. I can see comments on this. Oh my goodness. All right, you guys, I'm gonna have to use this instead of my laptop, and I've got to just make a note to myself, because otherwise I'll never remember. I'm such a habit, a creature of habit, that whatever habits I get, it's really hard for me to change them. So anyway, it is so good to know I am not all by myself, because sometimes I just think I am, but anyway. You have a wonderful day. Can you see my rainstorm happening out there? It's actually better than it was. It's pretty wet. Pretty wet. All right. Oh, Andy, you are so sweet. Thank you so much. I hope you guys like these projects. They are really cute. Really easy to make and fun for Halloween or any fall thing, because some people just don't do Halloween at all, but fall stuff is always welcome. Teacher gifts or gifts to hospital staff. That's always nice. Just slide it on that nurse's station, you know, for the lady who is taking care of your favorite person there, whether it's you know, assisted living or a hospital, and they will love you, and they'll take better care of your people too. It's just human nature. All right, I'll see you guys next week. Boy, what is next? Next week's going to be September. Oh my goodness, can you believe it? So remember, in September, those dies are available with those 5 stamp sets. Don't miss out. Get a jump on it. Join my team today, and you can put that stuff in your starter kit. And I think that's it. I will see you next week. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of, hopefully, a dry day for you. And I will stay inside, not having to worry about the garden, because I'm not going anywhere in this rain. I'll just stamp away today. See you later. Bye.